Okay, so first of all, I want to apologize in advance if I sound a little slow. I'm a little slow today. You guys have been asking for the story of how I got my job, how I lost my job, basically. And, I mean, it's not that great of a story, but I'll tell it. So, it was at Forever21. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. But, basically, I applied for the job, and I didn't think I was gonna get it. And, I went home after the interview, because they interview everybody. I went home and I went about my life, and a couple days later I got a call, and it was a really angry person. They were calling me all these names, like, you stupid idiot, this and that and that, cursing me out. And they're like, don't you ever come into the store ever again, ever. We'll kill you if you come into the store. And I was like, okay. Then I hung up. And then a few more days went by, and I was just going about my life. And I get a call, and this time it's from a nice lady. And she says, we were wondering if you wanted the position. And I was like, didn't you guys just call? But I didn't say anything. I just said yes. And that's when I got the job. Working there, they were really nice in terms of accommodating me, because I had a lot of needs. I had to take my medicine at specific times. They let me do that. They let me leave the floor to do that. And they would let me take like short breaks if I got really stressed, because it could get pretty stressful at Forever21. I don't know if guys have been there, but I had to work the holiday season and kids everywhere, so they started noticing that the stress was getting to me. So the manager came up with like a plan to put me on the days that get the least customers, so like Tuesday morning or Wednesday morning, times people don't really want to go to the mall, so that way I'd have less people to deal with. And that I did that for a while, but I was still getting stressed out. And trying to remember. I started, I don't know how to describe it, but I would look at my hand, because there'd be like nothing to do, because there'd be no customers, so I'd just be looking at my hand, and it feels like it's not my hand. It feels like I'm standing next to somebody looking at their hand, and it was really weird. And as the days went by, it started to feel like that for like my whole body. I felt like I wasn't in my body. I felt like I was watching my body move and do things. And then one day I was still watching my body and stuff. I wanted to see if I could still be in control. I don't know. I took a box cutter and I sliced my wrists, and I don't know, I had to go to the emergency room. I went to the emergency room a lot of times there. And afterwards, they would always let me take like a small break from work and just come in when I'm ready. Another incident was when I wasn't supposed to be working, but I wasn't feeling well. I got a call. I was at home watching TV. I got a call, and it was our boss asking if I could come over, and work some hours, because I guess somebody got sick and they needed somebody else on the floor. And I was like, I'm not really feeling well. I was just lazy. I'm not really feeling well. And they were like, okay, no problem. We just wanted to ask. And then it's before she hung up, they were like, who's that? Who are you talking to? Oh, just that idiot, Maya. Oh, yeah, she's this and that. And then they hang up the phone. And then I can't really watch SpongeBob anymore because it's like I start hearing the voice of like my boss, even though I've hung up the phone, and she was calling me all kinds of names, and I decided it'd be a good idea to kill her. So I went and got a knife. I don't remember what happened after that. I guess I got catatonic. I don't know. I just remember I was set out, but I didn't make it to the store. Now, how I got fired, or how I quit, I don't know. It was really shady. Basically, I was having another mental breakdown. I was going into psychosis, and I was crying a lot, and they called me into the room, the manager's room, and they asked me if I wanted to go home, if I wanted to quit. And I said, I want to go home. I guess they thought that means I want to quit. So they got some papers out, and they were like, we need you to sign these papers. We need you to sign these papers. But, you know, I was so out of it, I didn't know my own name, and so I couldn't give you a signature. And they were like, just write your name. Do you know your name? And what they did is they went into my bag and they pulled out like one of those prescription things. Weird in the light, yeah. One of those, and they have my name on them. And they just told me to just write what I see, just like lines up, down, like that. That's an M. Like that, that's an A. And they got me to write my name and sort of just squiggle something, and since I squiggled it, I guess technically it's my signature. And then I didn't work there anymore. They were just like, you can go home. I didn't know which way was home, so I was lost in the mall until I think my dad had to come pick me up. But yeah, I was crying a lot. They offered to walk me home, but I was scared. So basically that's a story of how I got my job and how I lost my job. I'm not really sure if I was fired or if I quit, honestly. But you guys decide if that sounds like it's like wrongful termination. Because it's not only was I under duress, I was like psychotic. So I was in no state to sign papers. Didn't even remember my own name. It's crazy. But yeah, that's the story. I'm making this video because I don't want to go outside. I told myself I'd go outside today, because I'm trying to go outside every day, but today it's really, really hard. So I'm procrastinating. I've been studying, and you know, now I'm making this video. I guess I'm gonna have to go outside. I'm really scared though. Well, anyways, that's the story. Bye guys.